Well, it's a momentous day here at the new property because it's the day where we are going to have a well drilled, and they've already begun the work over here, but we've needed a water source to begin to start working out here. You know, you don't think about it, but when you come out and even when you're doing work, you know, you want to wash your hands, you want to fill up a tank, you want to, whatever you need to do when you don't have water, it's kind of difficult to do that. So it's a big day today. As I started the process for the day, I'm always fascinated by different types of machinery and the people who have years of experience running those machines. There's a lot of focus involved in hours and hours behind the controls. Today they didn't anticipate that it would take too long to hit water, and it wasn't long before that was absolutely true.
So he took a bucket out and it shot up 8 feet. The water did.
That's crazy. How far down were you?
30. Well, I think that steel's down 10 foot, ain't it? From the top? Yeah, 9. Yeah. So it's 20 foot long, so 30. I mean, I just barely hit it and dumped the bucket and looked in. She's going. It's like some pretty clean gray sand there. I better get a dump truck load of rock.
Not only did they find water quickly, but they found a lot of it. The plan was to dig down a little farther to try to get through the layer of sand that they found. I'd never thought about it before, but it was quite interesting to see different soil types emerge at different layers as they dug and somehow found sand about 30 feet into the ground.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put a screen in. Too fine. The well will just be full of sand.
Yeah, and yes, the water was still running in like crazy. While we waited for a delivery of rock, more water and more sand was removed to make room for the rock at the bottom of the well to help filter things before it goes into the piping. This part definitely gets to be a pretty dirty job, but on a hot day, maybe it's not so bad. So they ran into the bottom of the sand, pretty much started hitting some pretty big rocks. So basically that's sort of the stopping point when you're to the bedrock area. And now they're going to put in a screen. He told me there's like 20,000 little holes in this pipe. So it will allow the water in, but it's gonna keep all that other stuff out of there. That's gonna go in the bottom. They'll put some clean rock around that, and then they'll put the other pipe coming out of there. We definitely had water, but it was the end of day one, and the next day it was back to finish the project.
Explode, blow your mind one more time.
The day before they had put some bentonite in the hole to try to keep water down and to seal it off, but today we realized it was still seeping through and up to the surface. In order to properly try to seal it, they needed to dig down about 8 feet and investigate. Here you can see the water still running in after we started digging down. More digging and a lot more bentonite later, it was finally time to make some connections, fill things in, and get the pump installed.
no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can definitely say I learned a ton through this process, but I have a ton more to learn about irrigation in general. So how am I going to be able to tell if that thing keeps leaking underneath?
It'd probably start surfacing. I mean, as much bentonite as we put down in there, you know, it might not look like it was sealing up at first, but that stuff's got to hydrate for a while to swell up.
Yeah.
And with that dirt pressure on there now, see, we didn't have much dirt pressure on it before. Maybe check on it inside the pipe every once in a while after you start using it. Just kind of monitor how high up in the pipe it is.
Okay.
It'd be nice if it would maintain, you know, about 4 feet down.
Yeah. For now, all I know for sure is there's water, and that's a start.
This is the payoff.
Each year I try to reflect on the summer and wonder how in the world time goes by as fast as it does. I feel like I just woke up for the first mow of the season, and here we are in September already. One thing that also marks the end of the summer here in Iowa is the State Fair. My wife and I try to make it each year to simply take a few moments away from the chaos of our work life. This year was probably a little extra special since the fair didn't happen in 2020, like many other things. When I think about the fair, there's so much more than meets the eye. Sure, there's all the things you would expect at a Midwest fair. The animals. They're not only shown off, but pampered to look their best for the judges. A fun fact about Iowa is it's home to more pigs than people. Yep, it's true. Some of the animals are also tired after a hard day of showing off, and I guess who can blame them? Of course, there's also the special foods like this bacon-covered mac and cheese hot dog. It was definitely as good as it sounds. There's ice-cold beer on a hot summer day, and a 915-pound pumpkin. There's plenty of music around every corner where you also might just spot Elvis. But most of all, there's the people. Lots and lots of people just like us taking a moment to escape the daily grind and live in the moment. And when you think about it, it's what it's really all about. Finding enjoyment out of the moments that we have in life. Watching others live out their passions and give back to the world with their talents. I thought I was just bringing my camera to the fair, but I learned something more.
Please let me make something beautiful. Thing that reminds us there's good in the world. Thing that reminds us there's still something out there worth fighting for. 'Cause it feels like the world has gone crazy, spinning faster and cheaper than ever before. And it feels like there's nobody giving a damn that it's getting worse. Please let me make something beautiful. A thing that reminds us there's good